Hopefully this is running. Good morning, folks. It's 2:33 a.m. in Liverpool, England, and the fourth month, 19th day, 2025. Not a very nice Easter weekend coming for New Zealand here. I've got to keep it down. I got a big dog barking. It's probably why I'm up. So I'm going to run through here with this event that I warned you about. I'm expecting totals a fair high during this event for Nelson and Collingwood area down there near the Kiwis. Big, as you can see with the particle animation, the wind's going to be very, very, very stiff. I'm expecting big gusts with the main part of low coming in just south of Southland over here on the Westland, excuse me. So it's going to put a lot of rain down here through Arthur's Pass. So don't expect me to move the mouse around too much. I'm reserving that for the other part of this where I'm going to address a rumor about the ending of chemtrails in the States and all this, which is an absolute lie. I'll go over the phone number that goes around and stuff and show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, I fight geoengineering and I want it to end as much as you guys do. But I ain't lying about it. Instilling hopium in anybody when I need everyone. I hope each one of you is going to stand up and not think somebody else is doing this for you. Yeah, it would be quite a big event for you guys coming over in through Tuesday, right, with some totals. This one here should be about fair accurate. Just counting on the tendril. This big beam came down the coast and it's held this over here, all over on one side. So your earthquake risk all along the Chromatic Trench is extremely high right now. Tonga especially. Yeah, all up that way even is it's quite bad. So we zoom in here, like Westport and stuff. You're getting in the 12s and the 15 centimeter range. 15 centimeter range for there. 10 to 12. I think even 15 is quite possible for the Richmond Nelson area. And again, the thumb right here. Yeah, it's copying. I always call that the thumb because it looks like one. Yeah, so the people along here in what this wonderful town's name? Oh my gosh. Yeah, that one. Taumatauamaro. Yeah, that sounds all right by me. Hey, that's I did the model. Hey, did you see this curly river over here? Yeah, she's going to be wide. So watch yourselves on these inlets. Watch yourself out here when all this water's rushing out. I hope everybody stays safe. So watch yourselves on these rivers. It's all running your way over the Easter weekend. Yes, when the 420 bunny comes to town. The Easter Buddy, 420 bunny comes to town. Yeah, but I'm seeing some nasty storms popping up around this area here today. There was a lot of chem off the coast of Adelaide, which I'm not really going to show other than a world view here. That'll do in a moment. I'll show you. This is today. Well, this is the best I can do for you. Hello, 18th. We may have your coastline in here. Now, just enough to show you the chem over, like Canberra, absolutely smashed. Bateman's Bay, totally trashed. Yep, happy Easter. They know you're out there. This is a very, very bad mix to see, actually, as far as air quality goes. Don't be blaming a cow farting up here in this mountaintop when I see evenly spaced plumes of something that's undisclosed, which is most likely, I think, nefarious and fuels illnesses and makes you think there's some kind of an epidemic. So a new product gets sold. Look at this mess down here on the low deck. The colors of this. I'm talking about this like zigzag clouds down here. I can't use the pen today. It's too much. And I think if the dog keeps barking, I'm gonna look at some tobacco. Somebody asked me to do. Look at New South Wales, how badly you got sprayed today. I'm very worried about your fire risk now because I'm seeing a period of dry coming and I'm seeing a lot of chem. These nanometallics are are fire accelerants. We see fires burning across the ground like they never had before. And I think that needs to be taken into consideration that the fallout of the geoengineering program is adding to the fires today and tomorrow and the next day. You see the big long stripe kind of showing up through there? And this big one here. Something flew through that massive crepe and nucleated a hell of a kind of sea here off of Southwest Rocks. Let me check if we're running. Yeah, we're running like fars. I'm going to regret this scrolling, but these crimes have to be documented, right? They have to be documented. So let me get back to your Vic weather, and I'll pop the coastline up because you're going to want to know about this, right? I'm seeing a bit of a vent that's coming up for the coast road here, starting in about 5 days. Right about there. You got something coming across. So let's have a quick look at this, because people coming home for the Easter weekend are going to want to know safe roads to travel. And since the BOM can't forecast a fart on a can of beans, I'll do it for you. Okay, so let's have a peek here. The low off the coast of Melbourne is gonna really whip it up over there in Bass Strait, so be careful if anybody's doing stupid enough to do the crossing on a boat. Yeah, I wouldn't do that right now. I'm very worried with the EMF as the whales are they're doing their migrations and stuff, and the Kangaroo Island area is under a lot of EMF, which I suspect of throwing off their navigation or causing them so much pain they have to jump out the water and they just beach themselves. Because we hear this hum all the time, and some people are tortured by what's called the hum. And I imagine the effects on them not only goes unstudied, I never see it mentioned in possible harms from geoengineering in the governance documents that have been presented around the world, which I invite you to go look up, because those are facts we can show. Okay? As this low parks across the coast, I have got to say the surf is going to be up. Okay, so enjoy yourself over the Easter weekend. You're going to see some great surfing conditions all along the coast. You absolutely pick your spot. Yeah, from the pipeline north. I think Kerry's going to run. It should, actually. Because of the way the low it hit New Zealand is bringing all this in across here. I'm not going to go too many days ahead of this. I don't see anything huge coming other than up here in Carpentaria. I'm watching very closely because this low it can't really go to the west because of the EMF locked it down from the arrow that they brought in, that big bag of wind. Yep, that's all it is, a big bag of wind sometimes. Big sales pitch for batteries, flashlights, candles. Yeah, see, this is a very severe storm for this penis insula over here. Of Gallawink you, the wankers are coming to wink at you. Oh my, what a shame, what a shame. Yeah, some fair totals, big wins. It's going to be a good event, lots of gusts. They're typical, like this time of year storm for this type part of the world. So you got to say to yourself, is this a natural occurrence? How cold it got at west. Some of these nights. Yeah, it's enough to fuel the volatility up there in the tropical belt. It's very clear out in the desert areas today on the map, which was nice to see. That's me looking up the phone number, since nobody wanted to do this. Yeah, hi, jingle bells. It's fucking cold, rain, nasty. Watch out for frozen roads. Yeah, I wasn't aware it was going to get that cold. So let me do a double check on any new snows. Yeah, a little bit just west of Kaikoura, through some of the passes over here, Hammer Springs and all that. So watch yourselves. Make sure you got good tires. Have you been warned about that? And that's coming there between the 23rd. Nothing until then. So coming in the later half of the week, New Zealand, get ready. Winter comes a bit early to some of y'all. How much we looking at? That's a burying over here, actually. That's a significant amount. That's over a foot of snow or frozen precipitation. So we'll be watching out for that for you guys. Just be careful. That's all I want to see is everybody be okay. I want to turn on my wall on Wednesday and hear that nobody went out and did anything stupid and got themselves killed or risk to safety. I finally getting a little bit honest with the totals here. Mm-hmm. Bingo. And when I said that 20 a minute or so ago and 15, yeah, I thought they was wrong. Huh. Bastards. See how often they do this? Just change that stat mid-show. Yep. It's time for the BOM to get honest. It's time for them to open up the radar feed so we can see clearly what's going on. Because how does New Zealand know what's going on with this? They don't get like one image an hour or so. It's like nothing. There's something. Then nothing. No data. Something. It's just ridiculous. They have a radar every second. So why don't we? We pay the bill. So anyways, I think I've showed you what was up with that. Now I'm going to address something. Because it's really grinding my gears. I'm so tired of seeing report chemtrails. So here's the phone number, 1-800. Some of them say 1-800-444. If you see 444, that's Hollywood. You know that's a scam. So if you dial this phone number, right, you'll contact, this is for oil spills. This is for stuff on the ground. This is EPA. EPA has nothing to do with the sky. That's anything over 400 feet in the air is FAA. Okay, know this. This is a fact. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is give you a link to what the phone number yields. The bills for the banning of the spraying of stuff without a permit in Florida, it was passed in 2023 during the Biden administration. It's being amended now. But at no point has anything been banned. At no point can the federal government tell, man, is he at the fort? Look how bright. My eyes are that way, Sue, sometimes. Okay, well, that was just one. But these are lies that are being done. This one here is peg is poison. And for spreading lies, this is what I'm going to do to you now. Yeah, we're going to block this person. I never want to see their posts again. What a shame. I did work for Vax. You might be woke, but man, you need to do your homework. Bye-bye. You are fired. Yeah, I don't like that. Yes, Peg, you are poison to the truth movement because you do not check your facts. And so that'll lead you over to here. Well, you spoke gas on the ground. And you can go over here and you can download the actual plans here. And you could download it. And read, this is all about oil spills and stuff. And none of this is about this guy. Because the EPA, we went through them to try to get something done. It says go to the FAA. And it's just a big crap. And nobody's been arrested for the chemtrails in the United States has not stopped. The last image I have of the United States is the 17th. As the 18th image is here. And let's go over a lot. Right, this is as is 18th. Right, this is your today. Look at the camera over here by Adelaide and all this. Right, you got smashed. Look at the EMF all around this island. This is why I'm worried about them. Very, very worried about my whales. Lots of chem. And I go over to America, hysterical America, where the big dildo goes in the sky and everybody talks about it. But who had it really bad? How about this big shit stripe here? It starts over in Mexico and goes over into New Mexico. I think I'll put the borders in, so you see. I'll have the fires I had on, but it wasn't worth showing. So this is the United States proper. Started over here into here. These are chem. These are chem bombs. Chem bomb over the United States where you guys claim. The geoengineering has been ended. Bullshit. I offer my services to end this sky crime as I look over the Great Lakes. These are the largest bodies of fresh water in the world. We have determined that these are vehicles that deploy stuff because every one of these edited out things has different ice refractive properties streaming off them. And a satellite image, it doesn't pick them up super clear. Yeah, and they don't even edit them out right. Chemtrail. Over the UPI. You want to see? You should see. Yesterday was horrendous. How about Washington? Just Chem Bomb City. Leading all roads of chemtrails leading into Washington. Right, here's all the highways: Bowling Green, Port Royal, Washington, D.C. Smashed. I'll turn some of these roads off now so you can get an idea of the sky crime. I think if Donald looked out his window, he would see this. Or is he down there at Mar-a-Lago over in Florida? Oh, they get sprayed too. It hasn't ended there. See this? This is over Washington area. And there's naval bases over there where our boys are. This is New Jersey. We had Atlantic City and all that. Everybody's singing songs about getting out. Yeah, Bruce. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, welcome to California, Maryland. Yeah, it is not ended. You can't tell me chemtrails have ended when I could look over in the Gulf Stream and it looked like somebody drew a devil smiley off the coast of my country. Look at that. That's blatant. Blatant chemtrails. Don't tell me lies, man. I don't like lies. Lies are bad. Very, very bad. And we have enough truth that we can show. Show this document instead. Show this. Show the Paris Agreement governance document. Show this. I'll be proud of you for telling the truth and showing the sheep chemtrails with actual peer-reviewed shit. You want to see where they legalize chemtrails? I'll show you on page 13 here. This is the Paris Agreement's governance document. And on page 13 is the towel right here. Right fucking here. See this? Here, I can make it a little bigger. See this? Potential delivery vehicles for stratospheric sulfur dioxide injection include aircraft, artillery shells, hoses suspended from towers, artillery shells. Look at this, sulfate aerosols. Aerosols, huffing aerosols, I thought was a bad thing. Where do you see silver iodide mentioned in these documents that they lie about and say? Hey, you want to see a really good one? How about this? This is from the U.S. House Committee. So you don't tell me geoengineering has been litigated a long time. What's the date here? What's this? Here's the document. Okay, go get it. This is a PDF. Have it. Have your facts. Have the truth. The truth will chain you to the life of helping other people get free. I think so. Come on, download your little heart. I'm going to grab it. It might take a little bit. It might interrupt my feed a little bit. But you will go. This is an actual really long document. Okay, so I'll just let that download while we peek at this other one. No, I can't go away from this now. I fucked up. Let me look at a couple questions. Are you getting... yes. Yeah, I saw a lot of chem going over the sphincter part of the island, but a lot of your stuff is being held off with EMF for probably about 50 miles off coast. Gabriel was... that was the weird, really weird storm. That was really strange. I picked the wrong time to download this. I'll just light a cigarette. The weather forecast is done. Now I'm just going over some things. I'm debunking something. I'm giving you guys a way to prove chemtrails. This is a U.S. House Subcommittee on Science and Technology held a hearing over here on November 5th, 2009. February is when this document was released, and we had another meeting over in 2010. So this is an actual document. It's very long. It's 390 pages, and I'm not going to go over this right now, but you will if you give a shit about the truth. You won't just be posting a convenient headline, right? We'll go through here, but this one bothers me. This one bothers me a lot. And when they talk about in this thing, if you look up this part of it, and it gives you the numbers, right? Titanium oxide, to effectuate more control. So not only just any kind of just titanium oxide, but preformed particles. So it's the nanoparticles I talk about, and it's highly flammable. Yes, and very small bits of it, were on the noses of people. We're causing cancer, and you guys were using it as a sunblock, weren't you? So I don't want to see other chemicals. And I don't see silver iodide that they always say, oh, it's just silver iodide, it's just silver iodide. I call bullshit, because I don't see it fucking listed here. I don't see them talking about it. I see metric tons of things. Metric tons of crap in our ear. And there's so many peer-reviewed things about this topic, year in and year out. So you can't tell me chemtrails are real when I can show you right here on page 13 of this document. First paragraph, last sentence, right here. Read it and weep, because it's a very sad day for Mother Earth. And well, sometimes we must cry her tears, and then we must react to them. Potential delivery vehicles for stratospheric sulfur dioxide include aircraft and artillery shells and stratospheric balloons and hoses suspended from towers. The only dangerous climate change I see is them doing stuff like that. How about it can be countered by deploying airplanes to burn sulfur in the atmosphere? That causes acid rain. See this part here? Deploying airplanes. Don't you ever tell me chemtrails aren't real, and don't you ever lie to me, motherfuckies. It's right. Sulfuric acid. I don't see silver iodide listed. I'm getting upset as I'm watching lies being told about my country. This is my country. And a lot of you guys, this is your country. Look what they did to you. Look what they did to you yesterday. Nice and clear there, huh? Not so much for these folks. Not so much for them. And you're ripe for burning now. You're ripe. Because I'm seeing really clear, dry. This is today. This is the 19th. This is the day before Easter. That's right. Have a happy holiday. Nothing is sacred until we say so. And I think Mother Earth should be treated sacredly. And I don't ever think that an emergency response system from the EPA is the ending of chemtrails. I hear lies being told, but if you want to tell the truth, show this document. Show about the acid. Yeah, show it. Show it factually. Tell the truth. That there's some guy put out a document named Mr. Burns. Honest to God, I'm not kidding you. Mr. Burns. And it's a document about blocking the sun. And that's all I got to say about this today. Like bugs, we've been sprayed. And like bees, we need to sting. That is all.